Okay, let's talk about artificial intelligence, AI. It seems like it's everywhere now.
It really is. Hard to avoid.
Right. It's in our phones, our cars, the stuff websites recommend to us. But when you really stop and think about AI, what actually comes to mind?
It's interesting, isn't it? The range of reactions.
Exactly. Is it excitement? Like, wow, look at the potential. Or is it more, I don't know, a bit of that fear, the sort of Hollywood idea of machines taking over?
You definitely see both ends of that spectrum. A lot of strong feelings.
It's fascinating how different people react. So what we want to do in this deep dive is try and bridge that gap, between the hype, the fear, and what's actually happening on the ground.
Yeah, perception versus reality.
We want to pull out the key bits of info, what AI is really doing now, maybe debunk some common myths, definitely touch on the ethical side, and look at some realistic predictions. We've got some great expert insights to draw on.
And hopefully connect the dots a bit.
And helping us do that, we've got a fantastic expert with us today, someone who can really synthesize all this complex information and help us understand not just what's happening, but why it matters so much.
Happy to be here and try to unpack it.
Great. So let's start there with those polarized reactions. You've got the awe, but also, as you said, that Hollywood-fueled fear. What's driving that mix? And maybe what's the reality of AI today that might surprise people?
Well, it's a real tension. On one side, you have genuine marvel. I mean, AI can help write poetry. It can assist doctors with diagnoses, personalized education, really amazing stuff.
Right, things that actually help.
Exactly. But then, yeah, the dominant narrative in fiction is often rogue robots, Skynet, which makes for great movies, but is pretty far removed from current AI development.
So what is the reality then?
The reality is that there's this significant gap between that public image and the actual applications. Today's AI, it's fundamentally about sophisticated computation, complex algorithms learning from data. It's not about consciousness or sentience, not yet anyway.
Okay, let's unpack this then. Computation, not consciousness. So, looking around us, say, right now in 2025, where is AI actually making a big difference? Maybe in ways we don't even notice.
Oh, absolutely. It's woven into so much. Take education, for example.
Okay.
AI is powering these personalized learning platforms. They don't just adjust the speed, but the style of teaching to match how a particular student learns best.
So visual learners get more visuals, hands-on learners get more practice.
Precisely. It moves away from that one-size-fits-all approach, which, is potentially huge for students and maybe for stressed parents, too.
I can imagine. What about healthcare? We hear a lot about that.
Yes, healthcare is a big one. In radiology, for instance, AI is helping doctors analyze complex scans, MRI, CT scans. It can spot subtle patterns or anomalies that might be missed, especially given the sheer volume doctors look at.
So it's like a second pair of eyes, a very powerful second pair.
Kinda, yeah. It's also speeding up drug discovery, sifting through enormous biological data sets much faster than human teams could ever hope to.
Wow, and creativity, is it touching that too?
Definitely. Artists, musicians, designers are using AI tools as collaborators to generate new ideas, explore variations, create interactive art. The key thing here, though, is that it's augmenting human creativity.
Augmenting, not replacing.
Exactly. It's like a creative co-pilot, opening up new possibilities.
That's fascinating. It really is sinking into almost everything. So, given how capable and, pervasive it's becoming, what's the biggest thing people tend to get wrong about AI, the core misunderstanding?
I'd say the biggest one, hands down, is seeing AI as this single, monolithic, sentient thing, like HAL 9000 or something, a conscious entity with its own desires and emotions.
Right, the super brain idea.
Yeah, and that's just not what we have. What we're mostly dealing with today is often called narrow AI or ANI. These are systems built using, sophisticated machine learning like neural networks. They are incredibly good at specific tasks, recognizing patterns, making predictions based on data.
But they don't think like we do.
No. They lack consciousness, self-awareness, genuine understanding. It's incredibly clever computation, pattern matching on a massive scale. But it's not cognition in the human sense.
Okay.
And the other big misconception is thinking AI is inherently good or bad.
Right. The tool argument.
Precisely. It is a tool, a very powerful one. But its impact, positive or negative, depends entirely on us. How we design it, what data we train it on, and crucially, how we choose to deploy and use it.
That distinction feels really important. AI as a powerful tool, not a thinking being. But that leads us straight into the ethical minefield, doesn't it?
It certainly does.
Because we hear about deepfakes, worries about surveillance, this problem of algorithmic bias. If AI is just a tool, how do we build these tools so they don't cause harm or worse, amplify existing problems?
These are absolutely the critical questions we need to be asking.
Yeah.
And they require constant attention. Take deepfakes. The tech is getting scarily good because the AI learns from millions of real faces, voices, movements.
So it can create really convincing fakes.
Incredibly convincing. Detecting them often needs specialized tools. It highlights the need for, well, robust verification methods, but maybe even more, better media literacy for everyone. We all need to get better at questioning what we see online.
That makes sense. And surveillance.
That raises huge questions about privacy, civil liberties. Where do we draw the line? We need really clear boundaries and regulations on how AI surveillance can be used, both by governments and corporations.
That's a balancing act.
It is. And then there's algorithmic bias, which is maybe the most insidious problem.
How so?
Because AI systems learn from data. And if that data reflects historical biases, say, past discrimination in hiring or loan applications.
The AI learns the bias.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It doesn't know it's bias. It just sees a pattern in the data. So it can unintentionally perpetuate or even amplify those past injustices. It's not malicious. It's just reflecting the flawed data it was given.
So the system ends up discriminating, even if that wasn't the intention at all.
Precisely. Which leads to this whole issue of fairness and equity. And thinking about bias and how AI learns, it really brings us to a crucial point, doesn't it? How do we actually steer this? How do we build AI responsibly?
Which I guess is where this idea of human-centered AI comes in.
Exactly. That's the goal.
Human-centered AI, it sounds like the ideal, definitely, but making it happen, that seems incredibly complicated. What does it actually mean in practice? What are the steps, or maybe the biggest challenges, to making sure human values are baked in from the start?
Well, human-centered AI means putting human well-being, values, and control right at the heart of the entire process. Designing, developing, deploying AI systems with people first.
Okay, but how?
In practice, it means things like demanding transparency, understanding how an AI makes decisions. It means accountability, knowing who is responsible when things go wrong. Ensuring fairness is built in from the beginning.
And how do you ensure fairness?
That involves bringing diverse teams together to build these systems. Different perspectives are much better at spotting potential biases or unintended consequences.
Right, not just tech bros in a room somewhere.
Exactly. It means actively auditing data for bias, testing algorithms rigorously, and deliberately designing systems that augment human capabilities, support us, rather than aiming to replace or diminish us.
So empowering people, not making them redundant.
That's the core idea. The ultimate goal is building AI that truly serves humanity, aligns with our shared values. It's a profound responsibility, really.
It really is. Okay, so with that responsibility in mind, let's look ahead. What are some realistic things we might expect from AI evolution in, say, the next 5 years, beyond the usual headlines?
Well, I think we'll see AI become even more integrated into daily life, but perhaps more subtly, often in ways we don't consciously register.
Just part of the background.
Sort of, yeah. Expect big strides in personalized medicine, AI tailoring treatments based on your specific genetic makeup, lifestyle data, maybe even real-time biometrics from wearables. Much more precise healthcare.
That sounds promising.
I think so. Also, expect more sophisticated AI assistants. Not just chatbots, but systems that genuinely understand context, anticipate your needs, help manage complex workflows much more intuitively.
Make them work smoother, hopefully.
That's the aim. And another area I'm hopeful about is environmental sustainability. AI can be incredibly powerful for modeling climate change, optimizing energy use, managing resources, maybe even helping develop new green technologies.
Using that pattern recognition power for planetary good.
Exactly. So the near future isn't really about conscious robots taking over. It's more about these hyper-intelligent, specialized tools amplifying our ability to solve complex problems across many different fields. And we connect that to the bigger picture. It's not just about cooler tech. It's about giving ourselves better tools to tackle really complex global challenges.
That perspective definitely shifts the focus. It makes the why behind it all seem really important. Speaking of which, what drew you to this field? What's your personal journey into AI, and why is shaping its future so important to you?
It was a bit of a winding path, actually. I started out fascinated by cognitive science, how we think, learn, perceive the world.
The human brain.
Right. And as I got deeper into that, I started seeing the parallels and potential in AI. Not just mimicking cognitive processes, but maybe even helping us understand our own intelligence better by trying to build intelligent systems.
Interesting. So it loops back to understanding ourselves.
In a way, yes. But what really galvanized me, what made it feel urgent, was seeing the potential for AI to be this incredible force for good, to help solve problems we thought were unsolvable.
But also the potential downsides.
Exactly. The ethical side quickly became central for me, because without that strong ethical foundation, without tackling bias head-on, even brilliant tech can cause real harm or make existing inequalities even worse.
Yeah.
So for me, this future matters deeply because AI has this dual potential. It could uplift everyone or could deepen the divides we already have. My passion really is trying to ensure we collectively choose that path of upliftment, building AI that empowers everyone.
That's a really powerful motivation. So bringing this all together for our listeners, what's the main takeaway? We've covered a lot AI's real impact now, the myths, the crucial ethics.
Yeah, it's been a wide-ranging chat.
It has. I think the core insight, the thing to really hold on to is that the future of AI, it's not written yet. It's not predetermined.
Absolutely.
It's being built right now by people, by the choices we make and how we develop it, how we regulate it, how we use it. We all actually have a hand in shaping this.
We do. Every choice matters.
So maybe a final thought for everyone listening. Given that AI is this tool and its impact hinges entirely on how we design, train, and use it, what responsibility do we have as users, as consumers, maybe just as citizens living in this increasingly AI-driven world? What's our role in its ethical evolution?
That's the question to ponder.
Definitely something to think about. Keep asking questions, stay curious, and keep imagining what's possible.